I'm going to compliment your show here. It's very smart. And like,
Thank you.
I was listening to it today, and like I've been listening to it all week, trying to catch up a bit and be like trying to prep for this because I am, a professional. And with each successive episode, I listened to a whole bunch of different ones. I was really struck by this feeling. I was like, wow, I am so fucking dumb. I don't understand any of this. Like, this dude knows what polyvagal means. This dude knows what receptor site is which.
This might
Like,
explain my
I
low
barely
YouTube
know
count.
which end to put it in. Like, so what we were kind of hoping was, because like I'll be honest, I think one of the things that's challenging to me about your podcast, even sharing it with people, is that like you're so knowledgeable that sometimes that in itself is inaccessible, because it's some of the episodes when you walk into them and you're like, I don't understand what brainwave harmonics are, let alone how LSD would affect them. So it's like, all right, this is for the smart kids. I'm gonna go over here and watch, like Come Town or something. So yeah. So what we thought we would do is kind of go through a selection of your episodes, like just based on titles. And can you tell us in like simple English, like language a 3-year-old would understand, what they're about?
Yeah, okay. So that was a recording of a lecture that I gave that described how utilizing psilocybin can have us be more connected with our feelings, in particular difficult feelings, so that we can feel difficult feelings as they're awakened in us in response to the challenges of others without pulling away from it. And so in doing so, we can stay with a person while they're in their difficult feelings, while being in our own. And there's another layer there, which would make it compassion, which is being able to not lose ourselves in their feelings or dissociate from our own, but stay connected with love and care for that other person's well-being. And that psilocybin can take us through experiences that can increase our capacity to do that by sort of altering the manner in which we feel our own challenging feelings.
Okay.
Was that okay? Was that 3-year-old?
So like,
what did you say?
That was like 12-year-old,
people.
and I appreciate it. I did have like a 3-year-old suggestion.
Sure.
Is just how mushrooms help you care about shit.
Yeah, how mushrooms.
Okay,
how
shit
about
to a
that?
3-year-old, Nicole.
How mushrooms
they
can
gotta
help
learn
you care
sometime.
about other people better.
Yes, that's perfect. I'm gonna scratch out shit and say that I don't hang out with children, so.
No, I mean at 7 you could probably say shit around them. Okay, I'm gonna try to get into the sentiment of this. Okay,
Yeah.
strapping wires to your brain and then playing video games and having your brain give you signals that makes it happier and healthier.
Hell yeah.
So like, I look at game shoots duck hunt zapper gun at me, changes brain, I feel good.
Yeah, so strap wires to your head. Those wires run into a video game. The game is altered by how your brain is working and alters how your brain is working. And where psychedelics come into that is having them in your system while you're doing it, or doing it to make your brain more like your own psychedelics.
I think that
I think that's up to the 12-year-old level again. But
yeah, I think 12-year-old is genuinely where I'm at. So like, outside of any insincerity, I think that helped me understand that a little better.
somatic means how your body feels. Relational means your connections with others. Psychedelics means you've taken psychedelics. Therapy means you're fixing something that isn't working well. And so it's focusing on how it feels to be in connection with another person as a part of therapy that includes psychedelics.
Okay. Being that other person being like another person that's also, experiencing therapy with you, or that person being like your therapist?
Your therapist.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
something like that. I feel so self-conscious right now. This is very difficult for me to explain it this way. I don't produce content. I produce content explicitly for generally for a technical audience, right? Although I know I have a lot of general audience listeners as well. So I'm like, it's really waking up some kind of like maybe some sort of like inadequacy stuff that I'm like, oh my God, I can't explain it except really complicated. Einstein was right. I don't understand it well enough.
No, that's please don't be self-conscious. You're nailing it. You're doing a fantastic job.
You just
Kelly
drink
and I
more
are
coffee,
very
keep
dumb,
little-
and I understood that. So